Today I'm here with my mentee, Giovanni from Las Vegas, Nevada. He's 23 years old and he's on his 9th flip. Tap in. What's up? Welcome to In the Field with Beyond Wynn. Today, I have a special guest, mentee, turned family, Giovanni from Las Vegas, Nevada. He's 23 years old, and he's currently on his 9th flip here in Cleveland, Ohio. So let's rewind a little bit. How did you find me?
I was going through some things and social media. I was scrolling on Instagram and the stuff I was going through at the time, the stuff that you have been through in the past, it related to me as a message. So, one day I was just scrolling on social media and you popped up on my Instagram.
Well, how long ago was that since we met?
Probably like 10 or 11 months ago. Yeah, probably like 10 or 11 months ago.
It's always funny to me because at the time you was 22 years old, right?
Yeah.
At the time you was 22 years old, and most 22-year-olds wouldn't drive across the country from Las Vegas, Nevada to Cleveland, Ohio, buy a ticket, like spend, $1,000 to invest in themselves, get in a car, pack some clothes, drive, how many hours?
30 hours.
Drive 30 hours to Cleveland, Ohio to come get some information that could potentially change their life. That still stands out to this day because I always hear people talking about what they don't like about their life, but it's only a handful of people that actually do something about the things that they don't like in their life. And so I really commend you for deciding that you wanted some changes in your life, deciding that you wanted to change your life around, and you actually used your money to equip you with the knowledge to build what you wanted for your life.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, man, give Giovanni a round of applause. Come on. Listen, because we got 40 and 50-year-olds still complaining about life, but never taking their money to change the things that they don't like about their life.
Right.
What was the thought process? Because it's one thing to see something online and you see me online, but what made you pull the trigger to buy the ticket to even feel like I was real, right? To get the energy to get in your car to drive across the country to come to Cleveland where you don't know nobody.
I really didn't have to think much of it. At the time, I already done messed around money, dealing with other people, but there was a certain message that you were sending out to me that touched my heart in a way that it was the things I was going through that you already had been through, you know what I mean?
Like what? Like what?
Like I had lost all my money. I had lost almost 6 figures. You had lost some money before. You had bought the expensive things that you wasn't supposed to buy. You was riding around your tow truck, going places you shouldn't have went, you know what I'm saying? So at the time I was doing the same thing, you know what I mean? So I was like, man, it dude really touched my heart. And at the time, I was broke. I was living at my mom's house, sleeping on the floor. And it was just something that I needed to change. So the stuff that you were saying, really touched me to get up and pack my stuff up, all the clothes in my car. I packed up my clothes in my car, didn't have nothing to my name, and drove that 30 hours. I was willing to take a risk.
Wow. So when you came to the infield training last year, did it meet your expectations? Was it what you thought it was from what you seen online? Like when you came to Cleveland to the infield training, did it line up?
Yeah, it definitely lined up. Everything that you said on social media that what we're going to be doing, everything that you said, we did it. It definitely meet my expectations, and it was something I never did before. It was a great experience.
What stood out to you most at the Cleveland infield training?
Really just you showing us the prices, where to invest. A lot of people don't show where to invest. You know what I'm saying? They just meet up with you and probably talk about it, but you told us how the market is. You told us where to do retail flips, where you can do all strategies, and that kind of stood out to me for sure.
For those of you watching, this looked like we in a production studio, right? But we're not in a production studio. The whole premise behind what I do is actually being out in real properties, like being in the field. Like that's real. I just didn't come up with that word. Other people saying it, but they not really in the field. So we in the field. This property that we in right now is a property that Giovanni and his partner own. It's a retail flip that Giovanni rehabbed. And so it looked like we in a studio because Giovanni had the property staged so they can flip it. Up until this point, how many flips have you done in Cleveland?
I have done 7 so far. I've done 7 flips so far. I'm on my 9th flip. I have 9 in total right now in Cleveland.
How did you find this property?
Through a wholesaler. You'll find it through a wholesaler.
How did you find the wholesaler?
I was on Facebook Market. Dude DM me. He said, hey bro, I got a property for you. Checked it out and I grabbed it.
Where do you find most of your deals?
through wholesalers, through Facebook Market, really just going to networking events and things like that.
People, the reason why I asked him that question, not only how did he find this property, but how did he find most of his flips? And I knew what his response was because Giovanni is one of my one-on-one clients. And so I've seen him put in work, AKA put in action the things that I teach. And I just want to make sure that the expectations are set right for any individual that's interested in entering the real estate field. Because a lot of time online, people can make it seem like, okay, it's just ABC. It's not ABC, it's not passive. Active comes before passive. If you plan to get a bag in real estate, whether it's 6 figures, 7 figures, you gotta be willing to put it in work. You gotta put in work. You gotta wake up every day, implement the activities that's gonna lead you to the closing table. You gotta network. You can't be shy unless you got a trust fund. If you got a trust fund, you could be shy. But the real estate game is a contact sport. You got to get out there and meet people. You got to get familiar with people. People got to get familiar with you. That's how you stay top of mind with people that got opportunities, or people that come across people that have opportunities, and they keep you in mind, top of mind, and they reach out to you first with opportunities. So just because you join a mentorship, the work ain't done yet because you joined a mentorship. Just because you start an LLC, that don't really mean nothing. People saying, yeah, I got my LLC. No, starting an LLC don't mean nothing. When I first got started, I didn't even have an LLC. But a lot of people are like, yeah, I got an LLC. That don't mean nothing. I got a business card. That don't mean nothing. You got to be active every day if you plan to make 6 and 7 figures in real estate. If you plan to build a business that could take care of you. If you plan to have a real estate business and portfolio that will give you options, that will give you time freedom, financial freedom. Be ready to put in work. All right, now we done with that. So, how did you find this project?
Really through my business partner, Braylon. He told me how to create a business, which is that I grab a partner and he puts all the money up, which is mean he covered the purchase price and covered the rehab price. And therefore that's because I'm here boots on the ground, which means I cover everything from A to Z, make sure the property get done. And it's a win-win situation for them because I'm here and they're not able to be here. It don't matter what they're doing. They could be on the beach or whatever they're doing. They live out of state and I'm here, so he's able to do that.
What did y'all pick this property up for?
We picked it up for $79,000.
What was the rehab budget?
Rehab was $55,000.
What's the potential profit?
$80,000.
The potential profit, $80,000 on this one flip?
On this one flip.
Wow, most people don't make $80,000 a year.
Right.
I know every time I do a project, no matter how many I've done, hundreds, I get lessons. I think it's not only like with business, but I think with life, there's always life lessons. As long as we wake up in the morning, we're gonna get some lessons, like in life. So what were some of the lessons you got while you were doing this rehab?
Really, this was the biggest one I got. Really, no shortcuts, you know what I'm saying? Because it will come back and bite you.
Oh, you tried to do a shortcut?
Yeah,
Tell us about it.
It was.
Let the people know. Like,
I think it was for I was doing a bathroom in the basement and we was closing up the walls and I forgot what I wasn't gonna do. I think I was it was some plywood or something that I wasn't gonna do and somebody stopped me from doing it. But it's just a learning lesson what could have happened if I was to go that way. But I'm glad I didn't do that. But that was a lesson for me, learning that.
What would you say the difference there? You say this your ninth?
This one right here is my 7th. But
This the 7th, but you're on 9.
I'm on 9.
So what would you say the difference between this flip and the first flip that you've done since being in Cleveland the past 9-10 months?
I feel like the first flip was really sit back and learning. I did the first flip with you. So that was fun, and it was really just learning, and it was like a baby teaching him his little 1-2. It's like walking, teaching him how to walk. It was like now I know how to run on this one, you know what I mean? So it's really just learning the steps. Now I'm able to do this on my own, and because of you, learning all the steps to be able to do a flip.
What were some of your biggest takeaways from the flip that we did together when I was actually teaching you?
Really what I liked is you put everybody together, which is the contractors, and you let me run the show, which means you didn't just, hey, give me the money and I'm gonna do it. You let me run the show, and that's how I really learned. I appreciate you that because it took me, it actually brought me a long way, and I'm able to do this on my own.
Before we did the first flip, what was the goal that you had for real estate before we actually did the first flip?
Yeah, probably financial freedom, to change my life and really never to struggle again. And probably when I have kids, teach my kids, give my kids this game and teach them about financial freedom and really just never to struggle again and never to go through the things that I've been through for the most part, yeah.
What's your biggest profit so far?
With me and my partner, we made $40,000 together, so sure for a profit, yeah.
Do you live in Cleveland full time? Like, how does that work? You from Vegas? You're still basically a kid, 23 years old. Do you live in Cleveland full time, or how did that work? Like your whole family in Vegas, right?
Right. Yeah, I live here full time. I came out here without nothing and just jumping in the car and going. You know what I mean? I didn't care what it was, you know, what it's willing to do to take. Hard to go to Vegas sometimes, but I'm here. You know what I'm saying? My family missed me. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it is what it is right now. I'm grinding right now. So yeah, I live in Cleveland full time for sure.
What was your feeling when you got your first check from a flip? Like, how did that flip? How did that feel? Describe that. Your first check from the flip.
Oh man, it was amazing. It was like, I could do this, I could do something like this legit way, make this type of fast money. I was like, man, this is something different without, you know, doing something illegal. So that was, you know, that was in the back of my mind and kind of became addictive when I seen that check. So after that check, I was like, oh yeah, it's on.
It's funny, I gotta tell you the truth. You know, like I always do. When we first met and you was telling me what you planned to do. When we first met, you was telling me what you plan to do, and it's nothing. This not nothing personal against you, but it's just it's just that everybody be talking about I'm a, and then it's like nothing.
Right.
Like that's most people, right? That's why it's like a small percentage run everything, because most people they just not gonna complete the task.
Right.
Most people they get distracted. Like the next day, today they can be all excited, and then tomorrow they back to the same them. You know how it go.
Yeah.
Every year, to be talking about new year, new me.
For sure.
And then they go into hiding. So I didn't think you was going, like what? Like I couldn't imagine you doing everything that you've done. I thought that you would be homesick and left by now and start dodging my calls because you said you was gonna do all this stuff. It's like all the pressure that they was putting on LeBron before he got in the league.
Right.
And he surpassed all of it. And so just to see you, you know, still in the game, focused, coachable, like committed to being a student of the game and putting in work, man, that inspires me. Like I got chills just saying that because it's real. And it's rare that you see people that do exactly what they say they was gonna do, right?
All right.
Most people, as soon as one thing go wrong, they quit. And they start blaming the game. Something wrong with the game, it's oversaturated, it's all these different things, but at every turn, you know, you continue to run the play and, you know, to be coachable and keep one foot in front of the other.
Sure.
And so as I continue to see you do that, it's just like, I already see you at the finish line. Like, I already see you at the finish line. Like, it's a wrap, you know what I mean? You understand that there ain't no cheat code. You understand that you got to put in work. You understand that it's gonna be hiccups, but you the solution to all of the hiccups.
Yep.
So I'm enjoying watching your movie.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, for sure. What's next for you?
Hitting that first 6 figures, everybody know that, you know, that's my goal this year, hitting the first 6 figures and really just in the wintertime and do a couple things and just planning for next year, you know, already planning for next year, that's it. Yeah, that's really about it, for sure. But that's my goal this year, hit my first figures in real estate.
That's what's up, man. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in the field with Beyond Wynn. My mentee, Giovanni from Las Vegas, Nevada, the 23-year-old phenomenon. Stay tuned, we ain't done yet.
Let's go.